Well, I managed to get the canoe and the backpack over to the other side safely. I wiped out actually when I was carrying the canoe. I stepped on, I guess, a log, you'd have to call it, and it rolled under my foot, and I kind of slid a little to the right, but I caught myself. It's just a little shaken up for a few minutes, but I'm not hurt or anything, so that's good. I just said that you have to be really careful walking through these portages because there's all these like landmines basically, right? Buried like rocks and sticks and stuff underneath the vegetation that you can't see. So I'm excited to get back on the water. It's hot. I believe this is the Asabi pool, and then after the next 200-meter portage I will be in Asabi Lake. In between Asabi and Long there's another waterfall, so I guess it's waterfall day today. This is the area where it says there was a large wildfire in 1980. You can tell a lot of the trees are burnt up. Just saw a big beaver in the water in front of me right there. He just went under. I don't know if he's gonna pop up again and let me see him or not. He was huge. Oh, no sign of him. That's too bad. Another beautiful little waterfall. And got the flagging tape and the portage sign for the next portage right here. Looks like we're going up and 200 meters into Asabi Lake. Very slow today. Especially uphill. It's a bit of a steep ending. I like literally baby stepped it all the way down because I didn't want to slip and slide down there. All right, I'm going to get the pack. Fairly easy. It was just a good uphill and then a little walk and then a good downhill. Probably actually legitimately 200 meters too. And there are lots of deer flies here. I'm like going up and it's like baby steps. Come on, buddy. You can do it. There we go. Alright, it is 9 o'clock. I am on Asabi Lake. I have done a 300 meter and a 200 meter portage. Paddled about a kilometer through Seagram, and I've got about a kilometer to paddle through here, and then I have another 200 meter portage around a waterfall into Long Lake. I'm just paddling through Asabi Lake, and the Jeff's map that I have says that there's some pictographs up on the right, so I'm just gonna take a peek while I'm going past. I'm not very good at seeing pictographs, but you never know. Maybe there's one that's super easy to see. I don't know. Maybe I won't see any. But I'll take a peek and see. I do see a little something here. Not sure if it's just the color of the rock, but looks like something's there. That's about all I see on here. Just this one little spot. You can see some more evidence of the fire here. So these trees are just burnt right through the middle. Quite a few of them in this section. Alright, well, a very interesting campsite just before the portage. It's actually a little bit down the waterway from where it's supposed to be, according to the map. And someone has built a whole bunch of stuff and brought a big table in. I don't know how they brought that table in, that's insane. But yeah, built a dock and all kinds of stuff there, so very interesting. I actually thought someone was there because there was so much stuff there. Alright, I am at yet another waterfall. This one is going from Wasabi into Long Lake. 200 meter portage is there somewhere. I haven't spotted it yet, but I'm assuming it's right here. I can see a trail kind of going up, straight up, so that might be it. Found the sign. It was hiding behind the tree. It is where I thought it was, so that's good to know. Well, I pulled the canoe up the hill so I could set it to get it ready to portage, and it just kept sliding down and down and down. So I just slid it up the hill. It's not all the way up, but it's pretty close. All my other stuff's down here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Long Lake. Looks beautiful. I think I've got about 2.5 kilometers to paddle down this to the next portage. I've got a 100 and a 200 left till I get to camp. It's just about 10 o'clock, I think. Alright, I just finished the portage from Wasabi into Long Lake, and now I've got a little bit of paddling to do, about I think 2.5 kilometers or so, and then I have a 100 and a 200, and I should be at camp. So I'm excited. I'm really starting to get tired, and I'm not used to doing all these portages, so I'm glad I actually went counterclockwise, because there's a lot of smaller ones. And I find that's the hard part. Like, I can carry the canoe and the pack for quite a while without having issues, but it's when you've got like 6 or 7 portages and you constantly have to pick the pack up, get it up on your back, roll it back off, pick up the canoe, put it back down. It's not really the carrying, but it's the lifting up and down of both of them that I think really puts a strain on you. Oh, that breeze feels so good. It was hot all night, and when I got up this morning it was still hot, but the last hour or so it's really like warming up a lot more now. The sun is just beating. I'm looking forward to spending the day at camp. Hopefully those thunder and lightning storms don't come, or if they do, they come a bit later, and I get to spend a couple hours just lounging at camp. I did bring my hammock. I didn't bring my chair, but I brought my hammock and the bug shelter, as you know. But I'll set it up at Talking Falls if I can find a spot for it, because it is supposed to rain this afternoon and tonight. The thunder and lightning and rain warnings are from between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. or 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. depending which map you look at. Well, nice little breeze here on Long Lake. Of course the wind is against me. I did have a tailwind there on the other lake for a little bit, but it wasn't really much of anything. I don't care. The breeze is wonderful. It's blowing away the bugs, and I'm happy for it. I put some new water in my bottle. I have to make sure to stay really like concentrate on staying hydrated today because it is so hot out here. There's a heat warning today. So I'm on my second Nalgene now, and I just took out a snack. I have 2 sesame snaps left from last night. I ate 2 of them out of the package, and just a little Snickers bar. I had a granola bar on the last lake, so I'm trying to make sure that I keep eating, getting energy, so that I can keep going. I have a really bad habit of not eating while I'm out here. I just go, and you know, I'm just paddling along, so it's nothing to just, you know, grab something, put it in your mouth, and eat while you're paddling. So I'm trying to do that, and I'm just gonna enjoy the water here and the paddle. It's absolutely beautiful out. There's nobody out here, and maybe I'll see another moose. You never know. Very hard to paddle when the water's so shallow. Ooh, come on. Wasted energy here. Another beautiful waterfall here today. I'm at the 100-meter portage. We'll say it's going into Talking Lake, but I'm not sure if this one or the 200-meter goes into Talking Lake. But I'm very close. There's the portage right there. Oh, my second wipe out of the day. It's a good thing I recover fast and I'm resilient, but these rocks in here are really slippery. So what I did was I backed the canoe in here because the current is just pushing, right? And then I went to get out and I had to stand on these rocks in the water and they're super slippery. So I went to move and my foot just went, and I grabbed the canoe, almost face planted in the seat, and smacked my leg on the side of the canoe. I have a nice bruise, but again, nothing major, just mishaps in Temagami. It's 10 after 11 and I am 1 200-meter portage away from my campsite and a tiny paddle. I'm super happy about that. I can see the portage from here. Well, I can't see exactly the portage, but I can see the waterfalls I have to portage around, so I'm sure it's just right there somewhere. And I am looking forward to lying in my hammock, maybe having a nap, going for a swim. I'm gonna have my lunch there too. I did bring it. I packed it for, you know, I pack it separately and I put it in a separate bag and then I put it on top of my backpack. That way kind of helps me to eat. But I'm gonna have my lunch on my campsite because I'm almost there and it's not lunchtime yet. The sign is always hiding underneath some branches. How are the bugs? That's a question I keep getting. I don't know why. It's bug season. It's buggy. They're gonna be bad. They're better than normal, I think. Yesterday they were a little crazy, but today I got deer flies buzzing around me like crazy. No black flies, few mosquitoes, and I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but they're just buzzing around my head, making me crazy. That's why I put the bug net on my ears like that, and then they can't get in and they can't bother me, so it works very well. Well, this is my last portage of the day, and I can be happier about that. None of the portages were really crazy. Some of the getting off the water and into the waters were tricky. Had some issues with that, and That one, the very first one, where I had to go like on the steep hill beside the waterfall, that was a little freaky. But most of them are just normal, overgrown, super rocky Temagami portages. Now, if this would have been one of my first Temagami trips, I would have been like, oh my god, these portages are so hard. But over the years, this is my third year now, I think, tripping in Temagami. I've kind of gotten used to them. I just kind of know what to expect, and it doesn't really surprise me. So far so good. I'll be at my campsite shortly, and I cannot wait to relax. I am pooped. I've been tripping for 5 hours today, which is probably the longest that I've done so far this season, and hopefully it gets me in shape for the end of the trip. Alright, I'm almost at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking Lake. I believe the campsite is right over there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. My first glimpse of Talking Falls. And orange trail tape and a portage sign. So I'm assuming that is where I'm going for the campsite because it is on the portage. Well, it's 12 o'clock and I've arrived at my campsite. And this is my view. Pretty nice. There's a great place right here to put my bug shelter, but it's on the portage. I mean, the whole campsite is on the portage, but everywhere else doesn't have enough trees. So I can't close the portage, even though I don't think anyone's coming through, but I mean, who knows, really. It's real pretty. A really good place for the bug shelter with a view. The only problem was, just like on Driftwood, I don't have a front tree. However, I got clever again, and what I did was I tied a rope between these two, and now I'm going to tie that corner to it. So hopefully that works. Well, it's not the best setup I've ever had, but it should work. And it'll keep me dry if it rains, and it's definitely going to keep the bugs off me for a while because they are starting to drive me nuts. Alright, it's 1 o'clock. I'm starving. I got my tent set up. I didn't really want to put it here because it is the flattest spot on the site, but it's super sunny and it's really hot. But it was really the only option. So I've got the tent up, the bug shelter over there, and I'm gonna go sit in the bug shelter and take off my hat and not have all over me, and maybe after I'll set up my hammock. I found a perfect spot for it. There's 2 trees there. There's shade too. Just not sure about the bugs, but we'll see after lunch. I gotta eat first. I'm starving. Sorry, I'm too hot for fancy filming. For lunch today, I packed some tuna if I was going to eat it out. But since I'm eating here, I'm going to have some German salami I brought. I just cut up a bunch of slices and put it on my wrap. And I have some 2-year-old cheddar that was wrapped in cheesecloth. And I'm just going to roll that up and eat it. Well, I'm just sitting here eating my wrap, enjoying this beautiful view. To the left, I can see the waterfalls. Might be a little obstructed looking to you, but I can see them pretty good. And then down below, I have a view of the water rippling through. I'm just sitting here chilling in the bug shelter. I'll say the word chilling loosely. It's more like roasting in the bug shelter. It's super hot. I took off my bug shirt because I just needed to cool myself down. My head is still really hot. I would like to go dunk it under the water, go for a swim, or sit in the waterfalls if I can manage that. I think there's a spot that I saw that I might be able to do that. I've been drinking a ton of water to stay hydrated, and yeah, that's about it. I kind of wish I could put the hammock in here, but I don't have the double zipper on this bug shelter, otherwise I could, and that would be nice just to lay in here and kind of have a nap, but I'm not able to do that. I did bring this nice log in here to have somewhere to sit, but I like sitting and leaning against it too. Anyways, on to whatever I'm gonna do next. We'll see. That was so awesome. I am so refreshed. I was feeling so lethargic and it was so hot. I could feel heat just coming off of everywhere. It was so hot. And I'm drinking water. I got the water from the waterfalls. That's the coldest water I've had so far in Temagami this trip. And it was okay, it was good, but I've been drinking lots of water, and I just couldn't get cool. So I had goosebumps in there. It was awesome. I would have liked to stay there and just hang out, which I did for quite some time. And now I've changed. I'm in my dry clothes. I've got all my wet stuff hanging up, and I think I'm gonna read Hap Wilson's book for a bit. I have what's it called? Trails and Tribulations. So I think I'll read that. I'd like to set up the hammock. I'm not sure how the bugs will be. I don't know if it'll work, but I would like to try it. It's windy out there, so I don't know. I picture myself in the hammock with like my hat and my bug shirt and my bug net, my bug shirt and my bug pants, and I think I'd be fine, but I don't know. By the looks of my legs, they're biting through my pants because I have like all these, it looks like polka dot. I'll show you a clip. It looks like polka dot door on the back of my legs. I got all these little red dots. They must be deer fly bites. Anyways, either that or I've got the chicken pox. I think I have to make some kind of a pact not to camp near waterfalls anymore. You know, I love them. They're beautiful. I love photographing them. I like making videos of them. You know, sunrise and sunset with the waterfalls, all the things, go swimming in them. But I hear the voices and it makes me crazy, right? Like, I was camping, I think it was the Waterfall Loop. I was beside these raging rapids and they were so loud. I had to put earplugs in at night because I kept hearing people talking, and these are called talking falls, so I'm assuming they talk more than the other ones. I don't know, but it seems to be. And I'm on a portage campsite, right? So I'm hearing the voices and I'm like, well, because someone very well could become, it's a long weekend. I mean, you know, you never know. It's Temagami. People can come. Sometimes I see people and I'm just like, whoa, and other times I never see anyone. So You never know. See, no more waterfall campsites for me. No. Well, it's 6 o'clock and I did a bunch of stuff. I laid in the hammock and I read my book and I had a little bit of a nap. I sat by the water for a bit and the bugs weren't too bad. I contemplated moving the bug shelter because it's the sun is creeping in here and it's getting really, really hot. When the clouds come, it's fine. But by the time I move it, I think it's going to be behind the trees anyways, and it's just not even worth it to do that. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to start dinner. Today I have picked my OTG meals, shrimp spaghettini. I picked this one because it's small and it's easy. I'm going to boil 1.5 cups of water, and then I'm going to pour it in here. I'm going to stir and seal the pouch, and then I'm going to let it sit for 12 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to eat. So I'll let you know how it is after I'm done. I'm not going to film the boiling water and all that stuff. I mean, you guys know how to do that, so it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like and tell you how it tastes. So it's been 15 minutes and the shrimp spaghettini looks really good. There were these little balls in it, and I think they were like the moon cheese that I bought. Like they were cheese, and then they just kind of slowly dissolved into the sauce. And then there's also little shrimpies in there. So I'm gonna give it a try and see how it is. Smells really good. All right, give this a try. It's really, really hot, so I might want to let it cool right down because I'm so hot today. See if I can get a shrimpy in there. Actually, I need to take it off of my lap because it's really hot. Okay, got a little spoonful there. Gotta blow on it a bit. That's really good. I don't think I've been disappointed with one of these meals yet. If you haven't tried them yet, check out Randy's website because they're really good. And the best is the size. There's just a single serving, so you don't have to lug around this big pouch and then make it and then have extra food like I did yesterday. You know, it's great for that. Plus it's delicious and it's pretty economical. All right, I'm gonna go eat because this is good, and I'll see you later. I'm just sitting here eating my dinner, and I hear a duck quacking down in the water, and I look, and I think it's a merganser duck. I've seen a lot of those lately. Can't see it very well through the mesh, but I'm not getting out to have the deer flies all over me. Nope. I was getting really uncomfortable sitting in the bug shelter. You know, I'm sitting on a log and on the ground, alternating. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go lie in the hammock for a little bit. And the deer flies are so bad, I couldn't even do it. Before, I just put the head net on, and then I have, you know, my bug shirt, my bug pants on, and then what I did was I wrapped the hammock around my feet because I have my sandals on, but I don't have my water socks on, just to keep them from biting my feet. And that worked, but this time I opened my book and they're landing all over my book, on my hands, on my arm. They're just everywhere. So I took the hammock down and I'm back in the bug shelter for a bit. I'm gonna head to my tent soon. It's about 7:45. I'd like to stay out longer, but I'm not comfortable anymore. I'm just kind of getting sore and sitting on the ground. So maybe sitting on my thermarest will be better. My tent's been in the shade actually for a couple hours now, even though the bug shelter still has sun in it. So hopefully it's not super like crazy hot in there. Maybe I'll take the fly off for a while and just let the wind blow through. I don't know, it's weird because yesterday on the site that I was on, I didn't have any of this. So really strange how it changes so quickly. Well, it is about 8:30. I have done all the things. I'm sitting in my tent. I have taken off the fly. It was just too hot. I'm still roasting. It's about 30 degrees on my thermometer, and that doesn't obviously count for like the Humidex, which is skyrocket, and there's like no wind. So I'm super warm, and for me to say that, like, I'm always cold. Like, I'm sitting here in my shorts and my tank top and I'm sweating. And it's like 8:30 at night, so hopefully it cools down a little bit tonight. I was really hot sleeping last night. Again, not complaining. I'd rather be hot than cold, but I'm kind of feeling overheated right now, so what are you gonna do? Anyways, just sitting here with the fly off. I'm gonna read a little bit, I think, and then I'll probably go to sleep early. I don't know if I can go to sleep yet. It's still like daylight and the sun's still kind of up, but I'll start reading, and then as soon as I start reading, I start doing this because I'm really tired. I only slept like 5 hours last night and it wasn't a good sleep, so I'm gonna do that, and I might see you, I might not. I might see you in the morning, might see you later. We'll see. Well, somehow it is 9:30 and I'm still awake. I had the fly off and I just laid down since my last video that I did there, and I've just read a couple of chapters of my book, and then I started getting sleepy, so I am off to sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.